What is up, guys? It's Learart here, back with another episode of My Team Career Mode. You guys seem to like the last one, so I'm putting up a new My Team episode. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah. Be sure to like and subscribe. Today we are doing Australia for the Australian Grand Prix. So, Albert Park.
What do you think of this one?
And fun fact about this track, we're just doing some upgrades real quick. If you flip the Australia racetrack upside down, it's in the shape of Australia a little bit. But yep, here's our Brian GP car with Haas right behind us. We got Alfa Romeo, then we have Williams. And this is just stuff I was setting up for the Grand Prix, and here we go. We are getting ready for the first race of the season. Now here we go for our car reveal. We're revealing our car for the season here, 16 race season. All races are 25%. Here's our Braun GP remodel. It's really nice. I seem to like it. I know it's not like the Braun GP car at all, but it's got that black and greenish yellow look to it. And it looks really good. Alright, so we're loading back to HQ. And here we are back in HQ for the Australian Grand Prix. I hope you guys enjoy the Grand Prix. We're selecting our training for the season. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to go with here, honestly. I didn't know what to pick, but yeah, here I am trying to figure out what I should do. I don't know why I was looking at the 7-day ones, but we're most likely going to go with the driver training camp. I have a good feeling that's going to help out my teammate. But that's going to help him out, I have a good feeling. And here we are, we're going to advance time to go to the Australian Grand Prix. Hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so here we are. We're loading into the Australian Grand Prix for getting ready for the first lap of our new car. So, yeah, I hope this goes good. I really do. I want to get a good result in our first race. Now, one thing I am going to say for next My Team episode, which will be coming out every other day. Yeah, they're coming out every other day. And, here we go. We're getting ready for our first lap. Alright, here we go. First lap of Albert Park, or Australia, if you want to call it that. But here we go, practice 1. We got first for the speed trap. I was surprised we were doing this good. I didn't think we would be doing this good in our first ever start, but here we are, doing super good in our first ever start. Here we come around one of the next corners, and yeah, here's our lap's going pretty good around here. I messed up a little bit in that corner. I could have got a lot better. And I just set a purple sector. For people that don't know, a purple sector is when you set the fastest lap of the track or a fastest part of the track, and a green sector is when you do a green sector is when you do better in a certain part of the track, and safety cars are for more crashes, VSCs are for small crashes. So, yeah. Here we go. Here we come around to the end of our first lap of practice, and trying to come around the corner. Here we go. It is perfect, and here we are for a fastest lap of the quali session. So yeah, that's the purple lap. So here we go. This was my cooldown lap because I wanted to do one good lap for practice to get some points to level up my car and everything like that. So here we go, and this is where we just return to the garage, and this is what our finish order looked like. Valerie Bottas, Lewis Hamilton, me, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Ocon, Leclerc, Albon, Vettel, Ricciardo, Perez, Sainz, Gasly, and Stroll were at your top 14. Okay, here we are. And I'm going to let the intro play out for the Grand Prix.
Promises to be another thrilling season of Formula One action. Pre-season times, subject of so much discussion in recent weeks, mean nothing now, as the cars line up to battle it out for points once again. So let's get this season underway. Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. Can Mercedes start with victory in their bid to win a 7th consecutive Constructors' title? Could Ferrari or Red Bull establish an advantage early on? And with 22 cars on the grid, how quickly can the new team find their footing? Well, it's great to be back, Anthony Davidson. We've got a lot to talk about this year.
That's right, Crofty. It felt like a long winter, but it's good to finally be back. I have to think the usual suspects will battle it out at the front, but there are always going to be some teething problems early on in the season, so whoever can keep on top of their issues will have the advantage today.
As I mentioned earlier, we're up to 11 teams this season, with a new entry run by, well, of all things, an owner-driver. That's something we haven't seen in this sport since Hector Raback over 4 decades ago. So how are they looking so far?
It's hard to imagine how a small operation like that could survive in the ruthless world of Formula One, and yet here they are, first ever race looking surprisingly strong. But there are no points for qualifying. Let's see how they fare in the Grand Prix proper.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Considering the rest of the grid,
I also have to say, I don't know why qualifying got cut out, but somehow we missed qualifying, and that clip of the tires you saw was me getting ready for qualifying, but my teammate starts 14th, and I will be starting further down the order in P20 because 2 other people had grid penalties. I wrecked in qualifying, and I upped the difficulty a little bit. So yeah, here we go. We are getting ready to start our first ever Grand Prix. This is going to be crazy, guys. I can't wait to get ready for my first race. We're making our own strategy here, going from the mediums to the softs. I wasn't sure what lap I was going to pit on. I was going to pit on a later lap, and yeah, lap 9 was the lap I was going to pit on. So I was trying to figure out what the projected race time would be for closest, but I decided not to. So here we go, getting ready for the Australian Grand Prix. I'm super excited. I'm still fixing little bits of the strategy, and my strategy should be ready to go right now. And here we go. All the changes are saved to the strategy. Let's get ready to start the Grand Prix. Alright. Here we go. Getting ready to start the Grand Prix. I hope we do good. That's all I really gotta say. Alright, let's do it. Hope we do good today. And the lights are out and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix. I go into race mix and I have DRS on. And here we go. Down the inside, making a lot of moves. Oh, I have to cut the track a little bit there, but I get loose a little bit coming out of the corner. Can we keep up with the rest of the pack? Yes, we can. We're still holding them right behind us as we come down into the next turn. Oh, there goes Giovinazzi for a dive bomb, and he makes contact with Hubert. And here I am making contact with Gasly coming out of the corner. And oh, Raikkonen spins right behind us. There is some contact made with me and Raikkonen. That's a bad crash right there. Here we go, speeding up, trying to catch up to Gasly here. Coming down the turn, and let's just enjoy a little bit of the first lap. Nothing exciting really happens here after all the commotion from the first couple corners of the race. Everything's starting to settle down a little bit here as everyone gets into their rhythm for the Australian Grand Prix. I hope this race turns out good, I really do. We're getting into our 15-lap race. I really hope this works good. Okay, here we come. I'm trying to make a move on Gasly here, but I don't have the speed to do it yet. We're keeping up with everyone. We've moved up a lot of positions from the start. Here we go. The RS and Rich Mix is on. Trying to go for an overtake on Gasly. It works. I just get a little wide and he gets by me. That is not good. Oh, me trying to change my fuel mode means that Grosjean will get by me and now Latifi gets by me. And here we go, side by side with Latifi. I do get by him. That battle didn't last too long. But here I am, coming up on Grosjean, trying to make an overtake on him in the coming laps of this race. Alright, and there we go, coming out of that corner, coming into the big long straights, getting ready to come into the little S's-ish, I guess you could call them, but this thing right here, big long turn, we're in rich mode, with overtake on, coming into the S's. These are considered the S's. But here we go. We get a good run out of that corner. And now all I'm trying to do is put the pressure on Grosjean to try and overtake him. We're trying to overtake a Haas in our first race in the AlphaTauri. We're right in front of one of them, and one of them is right in front of us, and we're trying to overtake him. And Valtteri Bottas just sets another fast lap along with Lewis Hamilton. Here we are coming to the third lap. Nothing really happens here. DRS is just being enabled. And here we go. There is a big freeway battle in front. Will I gain some good positions here? I hope I do. Here we come. Coming out of one of the final corners. And getting ready to come on the main straight. Oh, I get wide there coming out of the corner, but here they are, side by side, coming to the line. Here we come for lap 4. And here they are, going down the back straightaway. I have ERS on, DRS on, and overtake on. Here we go, side by side. I go through, and I make the pass. I'm still side by side with Giovinazzi, but I get by him. That was crazy right there, guys. That was crazy. That might be one of my best overtakes I've done ever. That free wide run into turn 1. That would be insane to watch. Here we go, coming through more of lap 4. Now that all of this is over, there isn't much else that really went on in the race. That was the big thing that happened in the race, really. But yeah, here we are, going for the S's. I'm just gonna say I love this track. This track is really amazing. And we are on lap 7, getting ready. Pit stops are already happening. People are coming down into the pits. My teammate, Javert, just pitted, and it is lap 7 of 15. So this is getting close to the end of the race, where everyone's getting on their right strategy. Oh, I made contact with Verstappen. That is not very good. I almost could have broke my front wing, and we would have been out of any chance of getting a good finish. That would be bad, guys. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm coming in on, like, lap 9 or so. But, okay, we'll see you when I get into my pits. Alright, here I am. We're getting ready to go down the pit lane for our pit stop with only 6 laps remaining in the Grand Prix. Guys, I really hope we get a fast stop right here. If we do, that's going to be race changing and stuff. Yeah, but it'll be really good. Sorry for all the background noise. My dog is in my room. But, alright, here we go. We're out of the pits, and we're getting ready to come back on track for our last run of the day. Here we are, still going for more laps of this race. And yeah, here we are in the closing couple laps in the Australian Grand Prix. And I missed a lap there because my recording ended and I didn't notice. So we missed a lap of the Grand Prix. Sorry about that, but we're even closer to the finish. There wasn't much that happened in that time frame. And we're still trying to make moves and everything. But other than that, our race has been going really good for our first ever time doing the Grand Prix. Alright, here we go with 2 laps left of the race. And here I am coming to the final lap. As you can see, it's now sunny because all the overcast weather has stopped, and here we come for our final lap of the race. And sorry for all the background noise, that's my dog. But here we come. We're just trying to take our final lap nice and smooth. And if you didn't notice already, we made an overtake on our teammate. You just didn't see that, that was off camera, but we made an overtake on my teammate, and we are now P14. I'm gonna have to raise the difficulty or something, but Lewis Hamilton, no, Valerie Bottas. This is a close fight for the win, but Hamilton will take the win away, and Bottas will get second. Bottas took the best lap. And here I come out of the final corners to get a P14 in my first ever Grand Prix. So, yeah, here we come down through the line to get P14 in our first ever race. Now there's a swerve across the line. That is how you do it in your first ever race. I'm just saying, good job for the sponsors and stuff. And I get driver of the day. And yeah, as I just said, I get driver of the day. This is really good for me. That is good to hear for your first time doing a race and you get driver of the day. That's amazing. But Lewis
With that
Hamilton
smart time
takes
management
the
on
win.
track and smooth driving
And
definitely
here
assisted in their victory
I am
today. That combination
getting
meant they
a
got the absolute
P14
maximum out
in
of
my
their tyres
first
at all
race,
times.
which is very good
So
to think
after a
about it. Yeah,
magnificent
I
race,
thought it
we
would
can
be
now see
like
the drivers
pretty
making
far
their way
back,
to the
but this is
podium.
a
Once
pretty
again, it's
average
the Silver
podium.
Arrows who
It's good to
take
see
top spot.
Albon get on the
A
podium
well-earned
in that
victory
Red
for
Bull,
Mercedes.
and Bottas with the fastest lap, so he's keeping up in points with Hamilton for our first race. And yeah, here's the podium celebration. And yeah, podium's over. And now this is the XP and stuff I'm gaining. And trying to level up and everything for the new season pass. I leveled up. I'm level 3 already. Almost level 4, so here we come, and these are the results of what happened. Hamilton first, Bottas second, Albon, Ricardo, Vettel, and then we got Perez, Ocon, Stroll, Leclerc, Gasly, Lear, Hubert, Kvyat, Grosjean, Magnussen, Russell, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, and Latifi. And now let's take a look at the highlights. And yeah, that's how the race finished out. And then we got Vettel, Sainz, Norris. And yeah, those are the guys you missed. And here's questions with Claire.
Take on it. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? in control of your car out there. Your team must be thrilled. It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it? You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip? Great. Well, that's everything.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's My Team episode. As always, there will be one every other day. Don't worry, I won't leave YouTube again. But yeah, be sure to like and subscribe if you want to see some more of this. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day. And peace.